Another booker coming in. Flight path. So yeah, if you like your planes, this is the place to come, just for that. Got Max there. Great place for a pint. Bit of food. Bit of, like, you know, snacky food. And you always get some entertainment on. But I always go in there to change dosh, to change my money. So if you think of anywhere better or gives better rates, I always get a good rate in there. So I'm going to try and get a video of here tomorrow night when it's a bit busier. Well, when it's busy, when there's stuff going on, when there's entertainment going on. But always a great place to come. A little bit more expensive for your drinks and your food. But look at the overheads they've got. Look at the entertainment. Look at the staff they're paying. They're like clockwork in here. They're absolutely brilliant. Great place to come. That's only the odd comment about the prices in Piero's. Just thought I'd mention it because if anywhere is more expensive on an island, it's normally the most popular ones or the bigger places where it requires more staff, a bit more security. So you've got to pay for all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, if you've been over here, this is the long strip down from Kobe Steakhouse, the market, all the way down to the beach. And that's all your bars and that in there. But if you've got your daughter with you and she's of young age and you want the hair braiding stuff, you want to be walking down here, you will anyway when you're over here. You don't need me to say it because you'll just come here anyway. It's a hot spot for Caleta de Fuste. But yeah, you've got people down here and my daughter always has it done and she loves it. So, you know, put a bit into the old community, put a bit of money in the back pocket or whoever you find to do it because, you know, they do a good job. And they're out here in the burning hot sun trying to make a coin. Yes, there's your Barcelo. Takes up most of the island. Tell you what, I don't know what this island would be like if the Barcelo wasn't on here. It'd just be one big, I don't know, beach or football pitch or something. But yeah, you can go to the gym here. I think this is part of the Barcelo. And I'm not too sure on prices or anything like that, but I just prefer to go to Bailey's. And I'm not saying anything bad about this place. There's an option to come down here if you're staying further down here or you want something like this. I'm pretty sure it's part of the Barcelo though. And if you want to play footy, tennis, and you've got that paddle, what's that game called? That mad tennis game. I should know. But you know, the one where it's like tennis, but it's like a squash court as well. Your mini golf, which is on the Barcelo, but you can pay to go in there. I've been in there a few times. And I'll tell you now, if you want to go in there, right, let's wind this out a little bit. If you want to go in there, right, then make sure you got your sun cream on. Because for 18 holes, there's no getting away from it, all right? But it is a good one. It's a good one. It's a good little middle of the day thing while you're getting a bit tired of swimming or you don't want to go on the beach, tired of sand, clean off and go and have a good game of mini golf on there. Have your bets with the family. It's the famous lamppost there. Oh, it's starting to, look at that. Sun's poking through there now, down on the beach front. I tell you what, I've done some walking here. Whew. But yeah, I've cut through into there and come through here. We'll do more on that, and I have done more on this. Like I said, if you're new to these videos, I have done a lot on Caleta de Fuste, but I've just changed the way I've done it a little bit. Bought some better recording gear. I've got a microphone, rods, tripods. So yeah, I have covered these areas, but I wanted to do them in the new way, and hope that you're enjoying it. And if you are, be sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up because it's much appreciated. Because although I love doing it, I am putting a bit of graft in here. I've done some fair bit of walking this morning, I tell you that for nothing. There's that mad, what's the game called? I need to think of that game. It's like a squash tennis game. I should know it. I'm an athletic person and I should know what it is, but it's that game where the ball never goes out, and it's becoming very popular amongst the old athletes. And I tell you what, you get a sweat on doing that. But yeah, we're going to walk a little bit further, and as you can see in the distance there, if you can, there's another booker coming in. Another booker. But yeah, from what I can see on this phone, I tell you what, should make a good video this. I've given some good views. That guy down there running along the beach, if you fancy that in the morning. All that kind of stuff. But yeah, all right, how's it going? Yeah, so I'm going to walk down and I think I'm going to have breakfast at the Gala Cafe because I'm only here for a short period on this one, and it's my favourite place to come. Hopefully they've got the ham and cheese croissant, and if they haven't and I can't show it, right, then when you come over, get there early when it first opens because they sell out quick. The ham and cheese toast, you got Steve who works there with his missus, great fella, great staff, and you know what? They promise when you go in there to be the fastest serving place on Caleta de Fuste, and they bloody well are. Yeah, I may as well give you the scenes whilst I'm walking and talking and tell you my plans. I'm looking forward to going up to Castillo Beach tonight. I've got a room booked, like I said before. I'm looking forward to it, like doing something a bit different. You know, my first reaction on walking in the room, the place itself, the cleanliness, the bars that are up that hill. So I've got a lot to come. So if you're only watching this for the first time, like I said before, I don't ask often. And you know what? And I won't ask often because it's not what I'm here for. There's you want to come and get your pictures? It's the main place. In fact, that might be a thumbnail. Should we get it in for the old a thumbnail? Yeah, we should. But yeah, I don't ask often. It's another booker. Another booker coming in. Now I tell you, if you like your planes, right, you want to come here because you can see the underneath. You can see every last bit of writing on the plane over here, and they come in every 5 minutes. So if you like it, get over here just for that. But yeah, I don't mind the planes going over. It's on the flight path going into the airport, so it's no big deal to me. I like it. I like seeing a booker coming in. I get excited for the booker. I hear the plane, I'm like, that's another booker coming in to enjoy some time away. All right, how's it going? Good. Yeah, I'm walking on the bike path here and I want to be careful because I'm telling you, they just show up. And I think I've nearly been clipped by one before, so I've got to be careful. Unfortunately, I've got a microphone from a new Pocket 3, which I'm not using at the moment. I'm actually using an iPhone. And microphones for the iPhone, and two of the things have come off him, the ends of the microphone, so they've just flown off. So there's two of them gone, so I hope it sounds all right. If it doesn't, then I do apologise. I have put the effort in. A video of a motorbike for you. Look at that. Sun trying to poke through there. It'll come, it's coming. Another booker. Ryanair. As you can see, very close. Very close. It's the Sheraton there. I think that's one of the most, if not the most expensive place to stay on the island. I think Angelina Jolie stayed there once when she was filming a film over here. So maybe that bumped the price up, but it's definitely a special one. Look at it. Just look at the size of that place. Shall I try and get a walk in? Go on then, I'll give it a whirl. See, just nearly got ran over because I was walking on the bike path where I shouldn't have been walking. Do you want me to take a picture of both of you? Yeah? I'll take a picture for you. I've done 19,500 steps and it's 9 o'clock. I set out at about 7:15. I was up at R5, coffee at 6, waiting around, and so yeah, definitely got my exercise in and definitely earned 9 pints later. Yeah, I'm not too sure how I'm going to split these up into videos. If a video ends, then obviously the next part to it will be the next video that I upload, but normally I'll try and say it if I can. But yeah, it's a great place to come along the front here for your exercise in the morning. If you want to go on the bikes or the mad scooters, then you can. We just stick to the bike path or the scooter path. Or if you're jogging, like this lady here, with the earphones on, loving life, and stay on this bit here. If you're into your golf, the golf course is absolutely beautiful over here, as you'd imagine. You've got the rays. Windy, so you know, if you can't hit the ball hard into the wind, don't bother. It's making me a bit sad filming this bit here because this is where I come with my kids when we come to the beach. This is my favourite part. I'm just underneath that bridge over there. You want to go and see some fish, get some cheap snorkels from the spa or anywhere else that you want to get your snorkels from. It's nice to have a little swim over there and have a look under because you see some some nice fish. The kids love it. If they rent your beds out, I think it's €10 now a bed. And don't think that you can just give your bed to someone that's finished on the beach and get their ticket, or vice versa, because they'll be over and you'll be getting recharged for it. Or if you leave your chair to someone else, they will be recharged. Now, in my opinion, I've got nothing against that, to be honest. You know, it's like me, it's like you. We've all got to make a living, and it's part of the deal. You know, you just don't be expecting to get chairs for nothing. You know what I mean? It's everything has to be paid for. My services at home have to be paid for. And yeah, so don't be one of those people that go, I can't give my bed away to someone, or I can't get a bed from someone who's paid for it and I'll have it for the rest of the day. No, pay for it, mate. Pay for it. And that's another thing over here that I'll just mention quickly, and I'll probably mention it more times when I review these accommodations and hotels that I'm going to. You see people complaining online, oh, it's a dump in there, there's this, it's that. You've paid to go in a 1-star or a 2-star accommodation or a hotel, and you're sitting on socials on Facebook moaning about it, or going on TripAdvisor. If you want 4 or 5-star hotels, accommodation, pay for it. The 1 stars, the 2 stars, are basically giving you a bed, a place to stay, a bit of security, a locked door, so as you can come and spend some time in the sun, go and have nice meals and stuff like that. The 4 or 5-star hotels, right, are places that are offering all the entertainment indoors as well, your drinks and your food, and all your loveliness and your cleanliness and your security. You know, you go up the hill, and people mention about staying up Castillo Beach or places up there. Don't go up there, you'll get robbed. Well, it's kind of open, and you're paying cheap to go in a place like that because they don't pay for security guards. They don't pay for all the security, which is why they can allow you to buy their accommodation online for cheap. So you've got to be vigilant, and you've got to know that about a place. Robbery and theft happens all over the world, right? All over the world. So if you haven't got the security in a place, right, then you might get robbed. But it doesn't mean because it's up the hill that you're more likely to get robbed. It's just because the security is not up the hill, which you're not paying for. You know, £21 in Castillo Beach I've paid for tonight. I do not expect anything other than a bed, if I'm honest. Maybe a clean bed, that'll be nice, but you know, I don't expect anything else really. So we'll see what it comes to when I get up there. But you see it on Facebook groups, TripAdvisor, don't ever stay there. Well, I'll tell you what, right? If you want to complain about a place, or you don't want to go to a place like that, right, then go and pay for somewhere more expensive. Now, I'm not being horrible, I'm not being nasty. There'll be some people who come in the comments here or don't agree with me, because you're going to get that, and I get that. I'm just having an opinion. You can have your opinion. But the way I see it, if I pay to go somewhere cheap, we did it in Tenerife about 2 years ago. I can't remember the place now, but I might mention it on this holiday. I'll have a look back at the bookings. It's absolutely horrendous, but we got a good deal, and it was cheap, and it was actually in the north of Tenerife, so we had about 9 days of no sun. The food, I was spraying the walls with sick and, you know, the other stuff, but I couldn't complain. Do you know why? Because I got it for absolute peanuts. That's why. What are we? 9 o'clock, and it's breaking through. That's what happens over here. You get it nice and breezy, so you can come out, walk, get some air to the balls, with your armpits, whatever you want. Get some air to the skin, feel a bit of a breeze, it's nice. And then it builds up for when that bad boy comes out, and it always does. It's just when I like to film early in the morning. I'm going to film later on, but I like to film because I just love talking in the morning. I'm more expressive, not as tired, and I can say more, which is probably annoying you lot, but yeah. Look, the sun's out, it's 9 AM. I've put cream on today because yesterday I absolutely burnt to a crisp. You forget on your first day, don't you? Especially when you come over from rainy, windy, cold UK. You just don't think that 12 hours later when you fly over that you're going to need sun cream. It's mad. It's a bit different when you come over in the summer if you've got some nice weather over there, but you know, just be careful. Just be careful when you come over at this time of the year. It's deceiving with the wind and everything else. you can burn. It's the UV rays you want to be looking out for. The UV rays. So I'm going to be going in there in a minute into the Gala Cafe. I'm going to give my mum a call and she'll get a taxi down. I might go and pick her up in the car actually, and then we'll have something to eat in there. Straight on to the beach, which is probably the best beach area in Caleta de Fuste in my opinion. There was one time on there where we got the waves, and I think it was on either an amber or a red flag, and it was the best day I've ever had here in my life. And this is my 16th time I've been to Caleta de Fuste now, and the kids absolutely loved it. It was just the best day ever. The waves were just so high, it was just throwing us back into the beach. Obviously you've got to be careful, yeah, put a little disclaimer out there, you know, I do make sure my kids are safe, and it's a safe place to do it. It's not near any rocks or anything like that. That's why that's the best place to go. There is somewhere further up where I got caught on some rocks last time. I tell you what, if you've never been caught on the rocks whilst in the waves or in the sea, it hurts. You have no control over your body, and it's the worst feeling in the world, being thrown around. You know, there's been things in the news over here the last couple of months of people, you know, unfortunately losing their lives, and it's horrible to hear of. It really is. And you know what, it can very easily happen. Some people go out and judge, go, oh, you shouldn't be out there anyway, but you know, you don't think that's going to happen to you, do you? I don't think they went out purposely knowing that was going to happen to them, or think that it was such a risk that you're going to lose your life. I don't think people go out to do that. Obviously it looks a little bit daring, it looks a little bit of a rush, and that's why people do it. But like I said, just be careful, make sure you're always with someone. This is one of the things that I like to talk of most recently coming over here. Another booker coming in. Flight path. So yeah, if you like your planes, this is the place to come, just for that. Now this is one thing that I want to talk about Caleta de Fuste, right? I'm starting to get used to saying Caleta de Fuste, although I do like and prefer to say Caleta de Fuste. So it is what it is. Put it in the comments. If you want me to say Fuste, put F-O-O-O-O-O-O-S-T, or, you know, Caleta de Fuste. How well the place is being done up compared to how it was a few years ago. Now COVID, I think, hit everyone globally, didn't it? And you know, it hit Caleta quite bad. We were coming over before COVID, and then I noticed a decline when we come over after COVID. But since then, the last couple of years, the place is getting done up, like this path here. This path all the way along the front, all completely and utterly done up. You know, it took them a bit of time, but it's making the place look nicer. Look at the roads, new roads, paths. It's looking good. And there's the Carlota. That's another kind of golf resort, because obviously you got your golf course just over the road. Try and have a sneaky look, eh? Why not? There's the lobby, casino in there. It's a nice place to have a little drinky boo. I'll tell you something, it looks all right in here. Look at that for a pool. Oh, stunnio. See, I like to come out when there's not many people on the beds and film people sunbathing, you know. But that's a gorgeous pool. Hola! Hola. You okay? A happy booker. A happy booker. See, I like people like that. I like to get on film, you know. Give us a wave. But yeah, look at the size of that pool. See if it's heated. See if it's heated. I think it is, you know. I think it is. Belting. Massive place. Massive place. Look at the size of it. Kicking cups over there. Look at the size of this. Now, more than likely, this will be the pool that's not heated, because there's always one or the other. The way I find it when I go to hotels, they'll always heat one but not the other. But yeah, look at that. Nice little relaxing bit here. I don't know whether that's a jacuzzi. I think it is. Yeah, it's got the jets. So yeah, you probably have to pay for them. Yeah, look at that. €5 for the day. I never really understand that, but it is what it is. I suppose if you didn't pay €5, then everyone would be on them, and then no one else would get a turn. I think that's more the reason why they do it, not to make some coin. Do you know what I mean? Ah, beautiful though. Really clean. Grass kept nice. You know, you got your beach over there. You can get out the back. Nice little area here. See, this is what happens when I come out early. I've got more of a chance of getting some good clean footage. Because I don't like getting people on camera. I've said this before. There's a cat. Looks like my cat from home, Bruce. Come here. Oh, he's coming, he's coming. See, they're nice and friendly, the cat's over here. We've got a cat hotel up the road. Hello. There you go. Oh, he's had it off. He's had it off. But yeah, stunned one. Like I said, what are we, 9:10? And there she is, the sunshine. I'm not gonna lie, I'm absolutely loving doing this today. Absolutely loving it. And this is why I really want to make a go of it, because I absolutely love it. I just love it. I can't forget the kids area, can we? Plenty of chairs around there to watch your kids. Shallow pool, obviously, needed. Kids and all that stuff. And like you said, there's no kids in there, so that's why I'm filming early in the morning, the best time. But it's good because it's not grey now, and you can see that the sun is coming out at 9 o'clock. You don't want it out any earlier. You don't want to be waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, straight away into the burning hot sun. Little playground there, tree covering this area for a bit of shade every now and then. But yeah, to be honest, I find my kids, when they've come abroad, every time with us, they never seem to go on stuff like that. It's just too hot. It hurts, the plastic hurts and stuff like that. But you know, they've got it if your kids love it. So then you can just go out the back here. You've got your key card or your key. Obviously I won't be able to get out the back, but I've got a rod for a pole or a recording fishing rod type thing, so I'm going to get a little extender. In fact, I'll do it while it's on. Look how far out this goes. I've really gone all out with these this time. Look at this. I can't even see where I'm recording because the sun's in my eyes, and it's time to get the old sunglasses on. So I hope that's good enough. That's what you got just outside. You know, you got your Elba Carlota, Sheraton. That's the kind of views you're getting when you walk out the back, and you can just come through them gates there and just get straight out. So yeah, another bonus about these kind of hotels up here. Yeah, do you know what, Bookers? I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling accomplished today because I'm doing the stuff that I wanted to come out here and do. So when I feel like that, I feel like you're going to enjoy it as well. So if you do, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok or YouTube, there's 4 places where I am. Ant Explores. Get on them. If you're on YouTube, I'm trying to give that a crack because it's the hardest one, I've noticed. It's really hard to crack that place. You know, if you're on Facebook, you're going to see more chopped up clips. If you want to see more, say I'm doing this now, and I'm doing a chopped up clip, there's normally going to be a full clip of the place where I'm at on the old YouTube. TikTok for clips, food, you know, the odd mad one. Instagram, probably pictures, locations. So yeah, if you don't mind and you're watching these, go over, give them a follow. If you're on those socials, you'll see more of me, but in a different way to this. So yeah, cheers if you do. Yeah, it's getting busy here now, so it's time to skedaddle. But yeah, cracking place. Food outside there, look. Restaurant up the top. Decent. It's just a very quick one of the restaurants. It's very busy. I'm not going to go in there while people are eating, but yeah, that's the restaurant. That's brekkie. Times that it's served from normal time, 8 o'clock over here till 10:30. You got your lunch 1 till 3. Dinner 18:30 to 21:30. So yeah, buffets, all that good stuff. Yeah. Obviously you got your shop on board, your sunglasses, your clothes. Nice little indoor area here. Now when I was at the Elba, they had something very similar to this. You can get yourself a coffee whenever you want. You got your stuff out the sun, basically. It's keeping you out the sun. And sometimes it's nice. But then if you didn't want that and you wanted to come up here and have a drink, there's a balcony here. All the way along. This is absolutely stunning. You know what? I've said that I won't book places like this, but this looks like an absolute belter. Have a drink out here, walking into chairs and stuff like that. But yeah, look at it. Have a nice drink out here. Stunning views. Now, I can't go in a room, obviously. I'm not going to be a cheeky booker and ask someone, although there would probably be some nice people who'd let me do that, but I'll leave that one to your imagination, you know. The area, cleanliness, the smell of food, people smiling, the grass itself, the pools, heated, clean, all your stuff that you want for a nice holiday. And I like this area here. Oh do I. You see, now I've been in here, it's very tempting to want to book somewhere like this, because when you come on holiday, sometimes you don't want to be doing self-catering, do you? You want to explore. I think, you know what the aim is? It's to have a balance of holidays. Do some exploring ones, self-catering, cook your own food, go out for food. And then after a few times of doing that, I'll probably say to myself and say to the missus, you know what? We'll do an all-in. So yeah, if I do an all-in the next time, I'm probably going to look at doing this one. I probably am. Anyway, if you want 5-star or 4-star, yeah, pay for it, because this place definitely looks 4-star and definitely looks worth 4-star. There's your shuttles there. Cracking place off first view. Now obviously I've not tasted the food and I've not tried a mattress, but every room in a hotel like this will be different. They won't all be the same mattresses and stuff like that. So going off from what I've seen when I walked in, the smell of the food, great, right? And I'm pretty sure it will be decent. It's 4 or 5-star hotel. It's going to be decent, right? And if it's not, you just have to go out, won't you? That's up to you. But in the rooms, I can imagine them being like the outside there, fully kept clean. You know, I've seen a lot of happy faces there, so yeah, decent place. Yeah, let's go and get a bite to eat in the Gala Cafe. My favourite place, well, one of my favourite places anyway.
Fully if they're doing.
Look at that. Look at that. Perfecto. Oh, and you get toast. You get toast. That's the main thing.